Hey everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video. And today we're going to do the final part of the I Am Back video segment that I kind of made, or trilogy, or I don't know, whatever, group of videos. Just kind of getting things resituated with me and my channel, because it's been such a long time, like 8 months. Shit. So I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible, because uploading from an iPad onto the internet takes forever and you have to constantly monitor it. It's a pain. But basically with this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit down and I'm going to talk to you guys about what I'm reading right now, give you a brief overview of what I think of that specific title. Kind of a catch-up, because a lot has happened in 8 months. My opinions may or may not have changed with a couple things. Now, what DC has been doing for the past few months is the DCU stuff, which is basically changing up the costumes of some of the characters and changing up the overall scope or design of their comics. But which was fun for a lot of characters, and I'll get into that when I get into the specific comics. But at the same time, I'm kind of happy that they're going back to the status quo with a couple of things, mainly with the costumes. And the reason why I say that is the New 52 costumes, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Flash, for the most part, are my favorite interpretations of those costumes. Classic, but modernized. But, I mean, as cool as Superman looks with the t-shirt on and just beating people up, and it actually looks really cool. And I'm trying to get used to looking down here rather than at the computer thing. But as cool as it is, it's just like I want my Superman with his cape and all that jazz. But in addition to that, I've kind of changed how I read comics now, because children do that. So now I put all my comics into 2 stacks, the must-reads and the stuff I can wait on. For example, stuff like Angel and Faith and Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and I just haven't touched them on in probably 4 months, just because it's tough to keep up with reading when you have so much to do with work and family and all that fun jazz. But let's get into it, and let's not take any more time. Excuse me. First and foremost is Action Comics. Out of everything that came out of the Truth Story arc in Superman losing his powers, I would have to say Action Comics is actually the best one. Action Comics, Superman, Wonder Woman, then the Batman, Superman stuff, which is basically like another Superman title at this point. Greg Pak has been doing the best with telling stories with Superman depowered. I think he hits it more on the nose than other people, because you kind of see Superman vulnerable and having to tell different stories. Because, see, if we're going to take away Superman's powers, look at this hair, it's ridiculous. If we're going to take away Superman's powers, we might as well tell good stories with it. Tell different stories, and I think Action Comics has done that. I've dropped pretty much everything Marvel, including All New Captain America. I don't know why it's still on there, but I don't read it anymore. All-Star Section 8, I'm like 4 issues behind, but it's a series that I don't like. I don't get the humor. I don't care for it. I know some people care about it and like the humor and have a good time with it, but I don't, and I just put it off to the side. Spider-Man I dropped because I just don't care about Marvel anymore. I didn't really like the whole thing that they went through. Angel and Faith has been consistently good, but like I said, I'm 4 months behind, so I can't really comment on that too much. Aquaman started off rocky, but recently has become better. Of all the redesigns, I think Aquaman has one of the better ones. It looks almost like the movie, kind of. They're trying to make it seem similar to what Jason Momoa's look is going to be. When it comes down to Aquaman, obviously I would like the traditional costume, but the new one looks pretty cool. And particularly what I liked about Aquaman's comics is they give him new powers, the ability to do manipulation of the weather, teleportation. His new trident's pretty cool. So pretty cool stuff with that. Aquaman has been good, but it started off rocky. So yeah, I want to see Mira back. I want to see them kicking ass and taking names. But I've actually been enjoying it. A lot of people have been giving it heat and saying that they haven't liked it, but I thought it was okay. So Aquaman and the others got canceled. Aquamaners got canceled. Wow, a lot of stuff I have to delete from here. Batman has been actually fun. It's more of a side thing. I wouldn't take it too much seriousness to it, or commit too much to it, but as a fun read at the end of the day, pretty good stuff. Batgirl has consistently been better and better. I love the new direction, the new costume for her. That came out a while ago, but I think on a whole, Batgirl has been a stellar costume, and I heard Bluebird is going to be jumping onto it, so really, really fun stuff. And I like the fact that Batwing Luke Cage is on there too. Luke Cage. Wow. Luke Fox. Yes, Luke Cage is Batwing. That's bad. Luke Skywalker is Batwing also. Yes, I did see Star Wars. And I can get into that later. But Batgirl 60, Batman 66, always a fun read because it's just I love the campy Batman from time to time. I've been trying to read. I have the season 1 part 1 on DVD, and I'm going to watch that. But it's fun stuff. Batman. So I'm going to be in the same boat with a lot of people. I want to see Bruce come back. Of course, I want to see Bruce come back. But I have been enjoying the heavy metal story arc with Mr. Bloom and with Jim Gordon as Batman. It's kind of fun, and I really like to see. I like seeing the Bruce Wayne aspect of it, of him kind of being a Batman died, but Bruce came back, and him and Julie Madison, and what's going to come from everything. So Batman's always a 10 out of 10 for me. Batman Robin Eternal, really fun. I think it has a better story construction or pacing than Batman Eternal did. I love Batman Eternal. I've only have 2 complaints of it, and one complaint is the fact that towards the middle it kind of got messy and there were too many storylines going on. There's basically like 2 or 3 stories going on here. There's Red Hood and Red Robin, Grayson and Bluebird and Spoiler and Cassandra Cain, and then the middle stuff, which is them just roaming around and stuff like that. But really good stuff. Really good title. You should read it. Let's see. Batman Beyond. Batman Beyond is getting better. It's feeling more and more like an Elseworld story than anything, or Elseworld comic. But it's getting better, and I do like Tim as Batman Beyond. I want to see them kind of get to a safe area, for lack of a better term. Nice, good. I don't know how to say it. I want them to feel like this comic is actually starting at issue number 1 rather than having be Future's End continuation. So, let's see. Batman Arkham Knight and Batman Arkham Knight Genesis I'm behind on, but I do enjoy those. Superman Batman or Batman Superman I haven't really been liking recently, just because the whole point of the book is to have Batman and Superman, Bruce Wayne and Clark. Like, it's fun to see Jim Gordon bicker and moan with Clark Kent, but let's be honest here, like, I want Bruce and Clark, and the writing has been okay. Batman and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which is a miniseries I have not really been able to read yet, but it's in my list of things to do. I just had to adjust the camera a bit. Bizarro was fun. I think it is better than Batmite of the 2 comedy one-shots, but pretty fun. Black Canary is good, but not as good as it should be. Good art, and I have a good direction with it, but it feels like the comic never comes out, and the story just kind of, I don't know, it's forgettable. There's a direction there that I like, but it's forgettable. I hope that the white ninja that you see is a white canary. That would be kind of cool. Let's see, what else would I have? Bob's Burgers. I do have the Bob Burger comic on my subscriptions. I haven't been reading all that much, but that's not really what you guys want to hear about. Buffy season, Buffy is another one I'm holding off on. Catwoman, boy, talk about a title that has become better and better. Catwoman becoming a mafia warlord was a great idea, and now they got her. It was everything that we needed after Ann Nocenti, and tons of credit because those storylines were great. Now she's going back to the costume, and it's still fun. I mean, we've only had 1 issue of her really being back in the costume, but it's good stuff. It's basically a heist gone wrong, and Catwoman's readable again, which is something I really wanted. Conan the Avenger, I'm starting to read Conan. I'm starting with the Busiek stuff, so I won't even get into that. Conan and Sonya has been good. Constantine, the Hellblazer. When Constantine canceled and when the show canceled, I felt it here. But what I like about what the Hellblazer is doing is that it's going and feeling like the old Hellblazer comic to a degree. I never read it too much in depth, the old Hellblazer comic, but it feels like it to a degree. So I am enjoying the fact that they're trying to do that. Cyborg, the number one comic I wanted DC to make since the New 52, has been consistently great. Really has been establishing Cyborg as his own character, and really has been fun. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Let's see, Dark Knight 3, The Master Race. We're only on issue 2. You can definitely tell it's more Brian Azzarello than Frank Miller, but it's fun so far. Darth Vader, and let's just talk about all the Star Wars stuff in general. Darth Vader and Star Wars are two consistently great comics. Chewbacca is Lando is I stopped reading Kana, the last Padawan, but Vader and Star Wars in general, those two are great. Great. Read them. DC Bombshells, I'm behind on that by 2 issues, but that is a fun read if you want to do something that's nice and Elseworldy. Deathstroke is also really great. I particularly like the fact that even though Tony Daniels is not the artist, the art looks similar to Tony Daniels in a way. It's got to readjust. And I like the stories that they're doing, particularly right now it's The Search for Rose. Detective Comics has been okay. They were hinting at the whole Justice League and joining the Justice League thing, but nothing really came from it. And like I said, I'm really just hitting these fast. Dr. Fate. Dr. Fate is better than what I thought it was going to be. I don't like the costume design. It looks silly, but I like the more Earth 2 design, but it's better than what I thought it was going to be. And I would say it's a good middle ground story. I want to see more from it, and I want to see it develop more. Earth 2 Society. Boy, am I on the fritz about this, because I like the concept of Earth 2 being more like the golden age superheroes, modernized, but this has gone into like post-apocalyptic, trying to rebuild the world kind of thing. It's gone so off track from what I'm used to. Do I enjoy reading it? Yes. Is there some good ideas? Yes. But, I don't really care for it. It's not my kind of comic, and if it was any other superhero comic, I might enjoy, but I'm not feeling it right now. The Flash is good. It's trying to be too much like the show, and I don't like the costume redesign, particularly the eye sockets. I don't mind the lightning bolts on the side, but the symbol should be white. The eye sockets should be open so you can see Barry eyes, not the white lens. But it's good, and it's not bad that it's trying to be similar to the show, and that it's dealing with Eobard Thawne right now, or Professor Zoom, or whatever the thing is, whatever you want to call them, whether it's comic books or TV shows. But I don't know, the costume design just wasn't for me. G.I. Joe, I'm so far behind on, I'm not even going to mention them. Gotham Academy is still as good as ever. It's basically Harry Potter meets Batman. And it's what I always wanted. Gotham by Midnight, I'm a little bit behind on. I've been enjoying it. I think the title's getting canceled, which is sad because it's a nice, creepy, nightmarish kind of comic, but it's fun. So I don't know why they're canceling it. Maybe obviously sales is one reason, but it's a fun comic. Grayson, probably my number one comic of the year right now. Boy, did they take Dick Grayson and made him great again. I love Nightwing. It's my favorite Persona 4 Dick, but I was as hesitant as everyone's secret agent Dick, but him going and becoming a secret agent and making his own comics is like the star of the DC universe right now. He's the star of his own comic. He's the star of Batman and Robin Eternal. He's one of the stars of the Robin War going on right now. I mean, Grayson is great, and this is a comic that everyone should be reading. And it takes everything we loved about Dick Grayson and kept it while bringing something new to the table. Green Arrow has been messa. I kind of like the new direction, but what I don't like about the new direction is how it forgets everything else, with the exception of Imiko, which is his half-sister. Like, Diggle didn't stay around, Felicity didn't stay around, none of his old friends really stayed around. It's just like, what happened? Although I did like the inclusion of the Tarantula, so it's kind of cool to see her there. So I'm kind of mixed on that. Like I said, Flash tries to be like the TV show to a degree, and it works out to a point. Arrow tried to do that too, without being too much like the TV show, but I think Felicity and Diggle are both good characters. Why not keep them on the comic? I'm sure it would help sell a lot. Green Lantern. Oh, there's a lot of Green Lantern. Green Lantern has been fun. I don't really care for the getup, and I don't care about the power gauntlet thingy. I'd rather him just have a ring. I understand the purpose, but seeing Black Hand in again and seeing Relic in there again, and now we're going back to Earth. Green Lantern has always been good. Edge of Oblivion and Last Army. I love to see that Guy Gardner and John Stewart are having that buddy cop relationship again. I don't care for the story too much because I don't want to see how the end of the previous universe happened. It's good writing, but what really is the nice stuff about this is Guy Gardner and John Stewart, buddy cop. Let's see. Harley Quinn is Harley Quinn. She's always fun and enjoyable. Always pick her up. And then we have Harley Quinn's Black Book and Harley Quinn and Power Girl. It's all Amanda Conner and Jimmy Palmiotti doing what they do. Infinite Crisis Fight for the Multiverse is gone. Wow, a lot of these things here. Injustice Gods Among Us, we finished up year 4, which was basically dealing with the Greek gods. Brian Bucciolato jumped on there, and I think it's one of the best consistently written Elseworld based off another product comic there is. It's based off a video game. I think it's better than Arkham Knight and Arkham Knight Genesis. I think it's better than the DC Universe Online comic that came out. I think it's better than the Batman Arkham Unhinged comic, the DC Infinite Crisis Fight for the Multiverse. I think it's better than any of the other comics that supported a video game that has come out. And it's written well, and I'm invested in the characters. John Carter, Warlord of Mars. Fun. Shattered Empires. That just ended, so there's no point of really going to it. Here we go. This is the Justice League. Justice League has been one of the best books up there with Grayson. I love Darkseid War. Just the overall. The only thing I don't like is nothing against it because I love the art right now by Francis, but I wanted to keep it Jason Fabok because it just brought such a great tone to the comic. But the Darkseid War is great. Justice League United is boring as fuck, and I don't care about it anymore. And the comic is just it's over. The last issue I think just came out, which it ended on a decent note, but it's just like, boy, did that comic go in the wrong direction. We lost half of the cast that made it interesting: Hawkman, Green Arrow, Martian Manhunter, 3 Supergirls, 4 characters right off the bat that I was invested in, gone. So I didn't care about that. But you know what great Justice League comic is still out there that you should pick up? Justice League 3001. It's literally like the old Justice League International comic, and Keith Giffen and DeMatteis just doing their own thing again. It's so fun and it's so enjoyable and it's so good to sit back and relax and read. It's its own kind of comic, but it's good own kind of comic. Justice League of America, the new one that's come out, other than the fact that we had that weird Martian Manhunter in issue that kind of broke up things, consistently fun and good. I love where the stories are going and the direction is going. I don't know where this is set. I want to say before I thought it was set in the early years of Justice League, but now it looks like it's set after Darkseid War. It doesn't matter though. Continuity is a little bit more free range now, but really, really good stuff. Really fun. Let's see, Legend of Red Sonja, Lobo. Lobo is ending, but I'm sad to see it ending because Lobo right now is like psychotic. He's a mix between the old Lobo that we had and the new Lobo, and he's just a mess. I liked it more when he was working with the Sinestro Corps, though. That was pretty cool. Martian Manhunter is a great comic that no one's talking about an alien invasion and the true origin of Martian Manhunter and really what happened on Mars and how Martians are still out there and how Martian Manhunter isn't just a Martian. He's a special kind of Martian. He's a weapon. That's why he's more powerful than other Martians. So I think it's one of the best comics out there, which similar credit goes to Midnighter. Midnighter has been fantastic, and what I particularly like is the fact that they've I like the fact that they brought Prometheus in and made him his own character with Midnighter as kind of a rogue. The only thing about Midnighter I don't like is how the panels are set up with the dialogue sometimes. It's not always the most fluid, but other than that, it's really been a good comic. Um, Mortal Kombat X, fun. Nothing great, nothing bad. It's good telling of the Mortal Kombat game before the game. New Suicide Squad is also fun. There's not too much to it that I would say is overwhelmingly good. I think the stories that they're telling are more just for fun and general. There's nothing epic about it, which is good, and I think that works well with the comic. Red Hood and Arsenal is a little disappointing. I really don't care for that. Um, let's see, Prez, I'm behind, so I'm not going to even comment on that. Red Sonja is always good. Wow, there's a lot of stuff I need to clean out of this. Secret Six is becoming more and more interesting in the directions that they're going, especially seeing that elongated man, Ralph Debbie, is on there as Big Shot, I think he's called now, but it would be cool to see him go back to his normal state. But yeah, some interesting characters and some interesting stories. Sinestro is getting better and better with each issue. It is, I think, the best bad guy comic there has been in the longest time, and it does such a good job at it. It makes Sinestro a great anti-hero, even though he's not really an anti-hero. He's still a villain, but Sinestro, that's not on. So okay, Starfire. Starfire is just like Harley Quinn. I think it has better art than Harley Quinn in general. I like the art for Starfire. And it's interesting how they're making Starfire kind of mix between the New 52 Starfire and the Teen Titans Starfire, cartoon Teen Titans. And I kind of think it's a nice voice. Superman but was okay up until they had him doing gladiatorial fights with lucha libres. Then they started losing me. I want Superman to go back to his old ways, which he is going to. He's going to meet up with pre-New 52 Superman, which is kind of cool. Speaking of pre-New 52 Lois Man, Superman, Lois and Clark, good stuff. First issue was definitely the best. So far, it's just been okay, but it's still good stuff. Superman, Wonder Woman, the second best title to include the truth stuff or the betrayal or justice. So Superman being depowered. The art on Superman and Wonder Woman. Doug Manny has done a fantastic job. There's one scene where you see from the preview where you see Superman trying to fly to the sun and he tells Wonder Woman that he doesn't love her anymore. Just the makeup of the scene is gorgeous. Teen Titans. So Teen Titans I'm mixed on. It like Teen Titans not taking itself like a heavy hitter book like it used to be. Teen Titans should consider itself to be a premier title, and it's considering itself kind of a side title. There's a lot of internal conflict, and I don't know really where the comic's going right now. It's doing a lot of Robin War tie-in stuff right now, but I don't know. It doesn't feel right. I want the team to be back together. I want there to be a good direction, and there's been no consistent. I mean, okay, Manchester Black was a villain, but I don't know. Something's missing from it, and I don't know what it is. Speaking of teenagers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, pick it up. It's always good, fantastic, never bad. Telos is boring, and I don't care for it. Titans Hunt is interesting and fun. We get to see that there was a Teen Titans before the Teen Titans, one with Dick Grayson, Donna Troy, and Roy Harper, and Lilith, and Aqualad, Garth, and I'm just curious on how they're incorporating Donna Troy into that. Do they just have the memories of their pre-New 52 stuff, or did they actually have adventures? Vampirella, I don't read much. We Are Robin is better than I thought it was going to be. Not the greatest title out there. I love the art in it, and I'm curious on how long this title is going to last. I don't even know the sales on it, but the concept is pretty interesting. I liked all the Robin War stuff going on right now, though. And lastly, Wonder Woman. The last comic to talk about. Wonder Woman has been Very well done. And I think Meredith Finch has a good voice for her as a character. What I don't like is the costume. I just think it's ugly. I like the traditional Wonder Woman costume. If you're worried about her looking like a bikini woman with a bikini costume, just do more of a Jason Fabach Justice of the League costume. That would work out because it looks like traditional Greek warrior. Well, not traditional Greek, but looks like warrior armor. So I don't know. I just don't care for the superhero costume. It looks silly to me. But yeah, so that's kind of a rundown of generally all the comics that I'm reading right now, my thoughts on them. I know I kind of rushed through them, but again, I'm still working on this, and I hope this view works better for you guys. So a lot of people commented about how the view was on my tour of my room and how it was vertical rather than horizontal. So I hope this all works out. With that said, I'm going to end this video here. This is Andrew saying peace out for now.